So you're wondering how to get a public speaking gig. Imagine yourself for a minute, you're standing on stage, standing ovation, everybody loves you. Yeah, you want to get more gigs like that. I'm going to teach you how you can in this video. So I've been speaking on stages now for over 20 years. It's a wonderful thing to get gigs. It's an amazing thing to have an audience that loves you. It's even more profound when they come back after you're done and they say, that changed my life. That's what we really truly want. And so the opportunity of having gigs is something that is a great responsibility, but it's also a challenge for most speakers. And I've been able to get through this career just by being, I guess, good enough on stage that they would have me back a lot. And so I want you to think about for yourself how, when, and where you have opportunities. The first place you need to consider is your audience. So think about the people that you're going to be speaking to. You have a distinct niche or expertise or understanding of something that most people don't have. You have been there and done that, unlike most people. And so because you have that expertise, people want to hear from you. And so as you put together a nice presentation, then you have the opportunity to hopefully do that more. But as you develop a clear understanding of whether you're talking about leadership or personal development or management or you name it, whatever you're leaning into, you need to go deep into that niche. So for example, if you're looking for a gig and you're speaking on eco-friendly environmental things, which is awesome, then maybe you need to go find those conferences that want that, or the conferences that could have that, but they haven't thought about it. That's a harder sell. Go to the conferences where they're actually looking for that eco-friendly speaker. It's the same thing that I deal with when I'm looking at a lineup of speakers that they've had in years past, and I say, they probably need an entertaining speaker in the middle of this presentation week or at the end of it. And so I'll reach out and say, hey, I'm an entertaining speaker. Probably would be fun to bring in something a little bit more energetic in the middle of the week. That's a good way to open a door. My friend Cheryl Knowlton, she speaks to real estate groups. And now she's transitioned into being a coach, not just for real estate people, but also for executives and helping people to speak better and well. She's amazing at it. She has energy, she has magic. And so she's sharing more of that, which she does. If you go to CherylKnowlton.com, you'll check out her great website. She's one of my favorites. So identifying your target audience is essential to getting more gigs, first of all. And then you can start thinking about who will benefit the most from your topic. And when it comes to topics, that's a real important part, because if an event planner is looking for a speaker, they're looking for somebody specific to that topic. It used to be that you could just kind of be a keynote speaker for anything about everything. Those days are gone. They now want somebody who specifically speaks on a specific topic. And so whether it's change management, leadership, humor and comedy and entertainment, educators, entrepreneurs, there's all types of topics that you could go through. One of the places I'd love for you to check out is a group of friends of mine, and this will really blow up your mind as to how you need to align your topics with who you want to talk to. So if you go to the NSA Mountain West chapter website, there's going to be a link in the description. I want you to go look at the roster of speakers there. When you click on a speaker, you're going to see all their different topics that they speak about. Some speak on change or adversity. Some speak on joy and happiness. Some speak on spirituality and religiousness. You choose what topics you want to be booked for, but if you put that out there, then people can find you. And when you click on those people, you're going to see actually it takes you to another website called eSpeakers. eSpeakers is really where you need to be if you're going to take this serious and get more gigs. eSpeakers is a big marketplace. It's like a directory of all the serious speakers out there that are making a living and doing this. So you want to be a part of eSpeakers as well. But it's going to say on the title, expert on. What are you an expert on? I want you to put it in the comments, if you will. After you've visited that website, I'd love for you to put in the comments what you feel your topics are and what you're an expert on. Next, you need to build a compelling portfolio, and that starts with your speaker reel. So now this is kind of tough to get if you don't have gigs yet, but you can record speeches anywhere, anytime, and you could even record yourself on a camera like I am talking to you right now. You could start right here, and then you'll start to get gigs. When you get that event, you want to record it. Now, when you capture that footage, you go back and you have someone edit it. Don't do it yourself unless you're a professional editor. It will look terrible and it will lose you gigs. Hire somebody who's a professional videographer, hire somebody who's a professional editor, and put together a speaker reel. One of the other things that a lot of speakers forget is that it's important to get footage of you on stage speaking, but also you need to get the testimonials from the people that saw you speak. As important as it is getting the footage of you on stage, get footage of people saying how awesome you are, how good the speech went, and then somebody watching that video, it will be interspersed with stuff of you on stage or on camera at your desk talking about some principle, and then a testimonial from somebody. That's the perfect reel. Another way to get gigs is through leveraging social media and your digital presence. So thinking about your own social media, your online presence, do you have a website? Do you have a landing page? Do you have social media that's active, or is it delayed? Have you written a blog lately, or do you have a podcast? There's a lot of different ways to put your content and media out there. How serious are you taking it? I like to leverage LinkedIn. LinkedIn is really cool because this is like the business to business audience, right? And that's the people I want to target. And so if you want to check out my LinkedIn page, Jason Hewlett, that's all it is. And then every Wednesday, I send out a newsletter that actually came out on Sunday to my email list of readers that signed up for it at my gigs. But I have a LinkedIn newsletter as well, and it's just the same blog post, repurposed, and it works out really nice. You might want to go check it out. It's called Jason Hewlett, The Promise, and it's my newsletter that comes out every Wednesday. It's landed me a lot of opportunities because I consistently post every Wednesday that blog. I'd also recommend that you utilize existing contacts, but also consider your network and your outreach. So you might have friends that you've worked with that you could reach out and say, hey, I'm a speaker. I'd love to talk to a group that you're with or an association you're a part of. But then there's also networking and connecting with the people that are also trying to do what you're doing. That's why I recommend you check out NSA, the National Speakers Association. When you go to these events, these are people just like you and me that are trying to get events, but are trying to make the world a better place. And so when I learn more about you as a speaker, then guess what happens? I can tell someone else about you. So often I get calls from an event planner that might not have the right budget for me, or my date might not be available, or it just doesn't work out. I then refer them to the speakers that I know align with the topics they're looking for and the budget it falls within. And so, could I do that for you? If you want me to, put your website in the comments and I will respond to every comment on this video. I would love to see how I can help you get more gigs as well. A couple other ways to get some gigs. You can try to join a speakers bureau, but most of the time the speakers bureau has to request you. Just be delicate in how you approach them. I've made other videos about why speakers bureaus matter, and you can check them out on this channel. You can also try to do some cold email outreach. That's not as effective. However, there are people that have mastered this. Let me give you some names if you want to look them up, and you can pay to play with these guys in terms of they'll charge you to learn how to do cold emails, and their numbers are astounding in terms of how successful it is. Go check out davidavrin.com as well as samrichter.com and bookmorebusiness.com. My friend Lois Kramer. These three people, Lois, Sam, and David, have mastered the cold outreach, which is a very hard thing to master. I've gone through some of their programs. It's helped me a ton. And however, I like to do more aligning with speakers and old clients. And so if you want to go for cold outreach, those are the people to check out. In crafting your email that you're going to send out to a prospective client, you need to have an email that's welcoming, that's inviting, that makes them want to click. You also have to have a one sheet. I've included a link below as to where you can check out what my one sheet looks like. It's at jasonhewlett.com on my website. But those are important things that have nice, beautiful images, a description, testimonials, and clients you've worked for. But really, you want to know the best way to get a gig? Follow up with the client you just had, ask them for referrals, and don't stop doing that for your whole career. If you're wondering how you got the gig in the first place, you just have to be good enough for them to hire you and then want to hire you again. That is the best way that I could honestly say that anybody can get as many gigs as they want. Now, I've made plenty of videos about this topic. I have so many things that as I'm recording this, I'm thinking I didn't want this to be even more than 10 minutes long. And so we're going to wrap it up, but I want you to first check out these other videos that will help you so much. Type in these exact titles on this channel and it will get you to more gigs. So first, how to get your first speaking gigs. how to become a speaker at events. These videos will help you so much, and I'm excited for you to check them out. Thank you for joining me here. If you like this video, put a thumbs up. I appreciate you joining me, and I'm excited to see you out there speaking. I hope you get some gigs after this one today.